You should be able to enter now if you find the channel.
All right. Yep. All right.
Okay, who was the last reading we know for sure?
We were working on Shirley.
The one before that.
Oh, I delete the
Did
list.
we finish it before it went off?
That was Kara. So yeah, we did
Okay,
finish.
so let's just pick it up with Shirley's then. You
Least
can
I'm
tell
pretty
Shirley
sure.
that it's at the beginning of the stream if she shows up. Are you ready?
I am ready.
There they are. 4 Wands, 5 of Swords, those are both reversed, and 5 of Wands upright.
Oh, well, that is Ladybug's. Yes, that's Ladybug's reading. Because
No,
you
I
asked
thought
the
that was
last one
Shirley's.
before it. No.
Oh, this is Ladybug's.
Yeah.
Okay, are you sure we finished Shirley's?
Well, I don't
don't
know
know.
if you cut out before then, because I asked if people
Okay.
were still there.
Pick it up.
All right, so Ladybug. Ladybug love, this
Gabby.
is, yeah, it's about Gabby. I know that. And so basically here with the 4 of Wands, I'm going to just go through that again. I don't think this is nefarious. She may have had some loose ends to deal with. That card alone indicates that to me. However, I don't feel things are right with your relationship with this person with the 5 of Swords here reversed. That's showing some conflict. Either you've had conflict in the past that she hasn't let go of, or she's upset about something now and maybe checking up on you. I'm not sure, but this does seem difficult because then we have the 5 of Wands upright, and the 5 of Wands indicates to me that there's definitely some disagreements or some jostling for position going on here.
I agree. I don't necessarily agree that Gabby is totally, harmless here. I sort of feel these cards point more to the idea that there are some tensions going on. In the context of your question, something about Gabby seems to strike me as that they don't feel happy or comfortable with you or in your presence, maybe. And maybe they're looking for something. I get the feeling like they're looking for a behavior that they can signify in some way.
So maybe that's that 4 of Wands?
Yeah, that's what I think
Okay.
the 4 of Wands is. The other cards I feel are like what you said, though, to some degree. But I also think they represent the idea that there's something going on with them, too, that maybe they have a deep problem of their own that they can't quite get away from. And maybe they're looking towards you to be helpful to them in a way. That's the 5 of Wands upright. It's not about people working against each other. It may be about people figuring out how to help each other. So I'm wondering if this person needs you but doesn't really know how to tell you that. Maybe they want you to figure it out because they're too needy in a way.
Well, the
Is that
5 of
weird?
Wands can be about competition. It can be about people with differences of opinion that have to find common ground. And so I'm going to stick with what I said on that because it's following the 5 of Swords reversed. So I don't know here. I'm the jury's out for me, but here, take a look at this. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, we broke down, apparently. We went down, so we're continuing with Ladybug's reading after yours, Shirley.
Appreciate you coming back.
We're just going to pick up where we left off. And that. So I'm almost feeling here, could it be nefarious? Yes. It could be somebody who's looking to try to get the edge on you in order to further their own growth and development with the place you're working at. Sometimes people make other people look bad in order for them to stand out. I mean, I'm just throwing that possibility out there. But, it could also be maybe they're learning something from you. I mean, maybe they stuck behind because they're trying to learn something from you.
That's a good thought, too. The fox does, in fact, sort of implicate a possibility here that's perhaps strong, that maybe there's something, malefic going on. But it's not entirely true, and it could just be that sort of sense of what I was referring to in the first ones too, that maybe they're misreading some signals, and I'm going to say it's a 50-50. I don't think I thoroughly feel that they're doing this out of total malice, but I sort of feel there could be an unconscious aspect towards that.
Well, I would agree with that. I'm up in the air as well. And so why don't we use my little crystal ball deck and see if we can answer this more succinctly. Like, what was she up to? Well, that wasn't really... Was she up to something bad? Let me put it that way. Was she up to something nefarious? She may be trying to learn something from you. I'm really feeling that kind of strongly here. This is the sign. So I get a nefarious answer even from this, or a non-clear answer. So I think here, just, note what happened, but don't overreact to it right now. If you everything you were doing was on the up and up anyway, there really is nothing to worry about here. I'm kind of getting that feeling from this mixed signals that the cards are giving us. So just hang tight and maybe look for other signs before you jump to any conclusions, okay? That's my best advice for you at this time, Ladybug. Good luck with that. Okay, the next person is Ari, and I never had a question for Ari.
I have a feeling Ari's not going to come back, but you know what? Let's see if they do. Let's just put them at the bottom for now and move on to the next one.
I have to talk to Shirley here because I'm not sure I'm understanding this. So, Shirley, did you not see your reading at the end? Did it not come through?
It should have been at the end of the last
Shirley,
one.
we did your question, but it was when we went off air. So tell me, did you see it or not? It didn't come through. It was Kara. Well, I knew you had the 10 of Cups in that one. And I knew you had, I can't remember what else. It was another good card, though. It seems like they were...
That's what happened. When we started having the problems, we didn't realize it, so we should probably just do a new one for Shirley.
All right, then we'll do a new one. I hope it comes out as good because it was a really good reading, but we have to do it again for you if you want an answer. And it may not turn out the same. It looked like you were going to get together with friends this week and it was going to be happy. I remember the tower was in it too.
Was it your deck, right?
Yes.
Okay. Flip them. No, we're doing it.
No, we're
You're
doing
the
it.
One here, actually.
So you just want to know what good things are coming in the next 7 days. 4 people are watching
now. We don't know who they are, though.
And after Shirley will be Ari if you post a question, Ari. We don't have your question. I never got that. And I don't think you posted one.
Right. The tower said there were going to be things you would learn from that you realized didn't work out.
If only I could remember Yes, I'm almost remembering it all. We maybe don't have to do this again. You had the tower upright. You had the 8 of Pentacles upright, remember? And you had the 10 of Cups upright as well. And then you had Friend and Heart. You had the Dog and Heart for the Lenormand. And so what I said was the tower was indicating that, and you kind of concurred, that there might be some kind of wake-up call for you this week, but the good news out of all of that is you're going to learn something from that. You're going to learn something from it, and you're going to be busy, maybe due to what you've learned, Or maybe because more business is coming in for you this week. That's that 8 of Pentacles. And finally, with the 10 of Cups, I felt you're going to be experiencing a lot of happiness and joy around friends or family. That, getting together with people this week was going to, or with someone this week, was going to make you very happy. And also, the dog and the heart together indicated again that some friend or somebody you're going to have a good time with and really enjoy yourself.
Well, to me, that 8 of Pentacles said that whatever you're learning, you need to do better, or you're changing there. It involves collaboration too, and or skill learning, that you either are working with people that can provide the skills to make something good happen for you, or you're learning those skills yourselves. And that resulted in the 10 of Cups, the feeling that everybody kind of comes together and does a kumbaya. That's what those good things are happening, is really your collaborations and relationships with people are going to be better for you because they're going to teach you something.
Yeah. So we're sorry we had glitched on your reading there, but I'm glad it was so recent that I could remember it.
No, it took me a while to figure out that our system was down. It looked like we were still recording, but we were not connected. The system was recording us, but we weren't broadcasting.
Which is why I couldn't get back in.
Which is why she couldn't get back in.
So, all right, so...
And we're going to move Ari down and see if she shows up, so we're going to move to the next one.
Yeah, we're going to move Ari down. And we're going to go to Kelsey, because I definitely had the question.
There's Kelsey. Hi, Kelsey.
Hi, Kelsey. Glad you made it back.
Oh, what a night.
Yeah, this Mercury retrograde is tough. You can't deny it on this one, Mr. O.
No. But I think it was something to do... Well, yeah, it's Mercury retrograde. Never mind. I'll explain later.
Okay.
So what's the question?
I've got it. Just a minute. Hang on. I'm getting it.
We don't know. It just went down and we couldn't figure it out for a while.
This has happened recently before, so...
Still wait for the question.
Okay, I'm cutting it off a little bit, but that last word that didn't fit in was interview.
Thanks, Shirley.
You're welcome, Shirley. Been really drawn to law firms lately and just applied to a big law firm called Blake's for their marketing events role, which is what I do currently. Will I secure an interview? So it's a nice cut and dry. Is it your deck?
I don't know.
I'll use the deck. All right. You're very welcome, Shirley. You have a good night as well. Okay, the Emperor is reversed. But ironically, the Empress is upright. And the Devil is reversed.
Well, maybe you're the dark horse to get an interview.
Well, we might have to do a yes/no for clarification.
Yes, obviously we went down, but we came back.
Yeah. You did get your whole reading, Kara, right? Pretty sure you did. Yeah, we went down. We don't know why.
The Child and the Stars. It's Mercury retrograde. I clicked a button and something went crazy.
All right. So the Emperor reversed is indicating to me that I'm not sure if this is about them or if this is about you. That, you should give it a try, but are you sure you're ready for working with this company? You say you've already done it now, so you have to pull yourself together. Did you say you applied for it? Yeah, you did apply for it.
Will you secure an interview?
Yeah, so you did. I don't know. I think here that I think about it, the Emperor could indicate that there's somebody who may not look at your background favorably over others. I think the Emperor reversed, it just seems as though they're being very critical.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm glad you clarified that. You did apply for it. You're just wondering if you get the interview. The Emperor does sort of add a dodgy element here. It may be like what Banshee said, that maybe they're not looking at it. It's kind of interesting because the Empress is more positive if we're relating to the same topic. It sort of seems like there's something productive. So I'm wondering if maybe this could indicate that you're not in a first tier of interviews, but maybe if they didn't like that and they were going to still interview more, you might get that. And I only say that because of that devil reversed it. That was my dark horse comment. The devil reversed is a sense of release. And I almost wonder if this could be saying, like, maybe you're interviewed, but maybe they think, oh, they didn't care as much for that interview, but then maybe they come back to it. Not sure. I'm not saying that's a guarantee. It's just what it makes me feel like.
Take care, Sunshine.
Hi, Sunshine. Thanks for coming back. And have a wonderful night, too. Thank you.
Well, the Empress upright is interesting here. It's like, but don't let this stop you from moving forward and being creative in your approach to trying to obtain interviews in a similar kind of position. Also, don't give up yet either. Hang in there with this, because I don't know, with the devil reversed, I am getting some mixed feelings here. Like, they might ultimately call you. They may not, they may call some people, like Mr. O said, in for interviews before you that they liked more, they felt had more experience, years of experience maybe. And they may come back around to freeing themselves up to pulling you in. And if that's the case, the Empress might be here to say, show them be creative in your approach to dealing with them and showing your skills and talents.
I think it's good to maybe be patient a little bit until you can really know for sure that maybe you were passed over. And I only say that because of the child in the Lenormand and the stars. And I'm thinking this is saying that maybe this could work out, or something is going to work out, but it may involve some sense of patience.
I think that's interesting you say that, Kelsey, because I have been kind of waffling that there would be something else maybe, that the Empress is here, or maybe even the devil is here to say, release your desire for this particular job. In other words, keep applying for stuff out there like that other one. It's like when you were looking for jobs in the past. I remember for you and a couple other people saying, what does it hurt to just throw resumes out there and see what sticks, right? And if you see something else that's worthwhile, I would suggest you apply for that as well. So, even if this, you can still hold the door open for this job.
I think that's right. I think in this economy, you can't necessarily put them all in one basket. I'm not saying you're doing that, but Blake's may be a long shot if they come back around. I feel there's some signs there, but I wouldn't want you to just wait on that one. I think you should continue to apply. So I think the answer is it's a maybe. It doesn't look clearly like that.
The thing you're saying there, I know you want it. See, that's the devil. You do want it. But at least release your hold enough to keep applying. Because with the child and the star, it feels like you're going to achieve something you really desire and want, but in time. In time. So I think here, and you know what? Even if you apply for another job, you get interviewed, they want to hire you, but the other place calls you, you can always switch up,
I did that. I traded 3 jobs in 4 weeks or something like that, because I kept moving to the one I wanted, and then I finally got to the one I wanted.
So, I would keep an open mind on this for now. I'm feeling it could go either way, and I don't think we want to muddle it with a yes-no, because it does look like something may develop for you eventually. That star is not there for, no good reason. So good luck with that. All right, we are on Country Love.
All right. And I wonder if Country Love made it back.
All right. And Country's question was, what should I expect over the next 3 months? Just going to say this Mercury retrograde has been a night of schmear.
All right, I'm going to use a deck I wouldn't normally use for this show. It's my newer shadow work kind of tarot.
Should you have saved that for Zach? Because he wants a deck that we haven't used.
That's who I was saving it for. You're
okay.
right. Thank you.
That's all right.
I'm hoping I get him for the reading.
So pick another deck.
So I'll use the Deviant Moon again then. No, I'll use the Magical Forest.
Okay.
That's what I use. All right.
And Zara, I don't know if you came back, but I never got a question from you. So if you're not here, it's like Ari. We might have to let you go.
And we have just hit 9 o'clock, so I'm not sure how we'll do that.
Yeah.
It helps if you came back now.
Right. If anybody came and had their question now, the Ari and Zara, we would fit them in.
Yeah, I don't want to get a question at quarter after we're done.
No, we would not do that.
All right. Here we go, Country Love. What should you expect over the next 3 months? The Tower is reversed. Ooh.
Oh.
The Knight of Cups is reversed. Oh. And the Queen of Pentacles is reversed. Ah.
You're welcome, Kelsey.
You are welcome.
Wow, you got all reversals. Jeez.
I'm so sorry. So, it's possible that great plans are not really great plans. They stumble and fall, and you're just not really sure what happened. It could be about relationships, it could be about work, it could be about other things, but something kind of stumbles and you're left clueless as to what you could have done better. You may feel very hopeless by that.
Right. You know, the Tower reversed is not a happy moment. I mean, some crisis develops in these 3 months, or some wake-up call, some shake-up happens, and it's like your plans failed. You know, some plan or something you were hoping to build or do, it's not working out. And I like what Mr. O said there, that you are left really unsure of what you could have done differently to make it happen. It's like you can't learn the lesson from it. And it's really necessary for you, you know, to move forward in a good way. That's the King of... Is that...
Queen.
Pardon me?
I'm sorry, Knight.
It's the Knight of Cups?
Reversed.
Yes. And the Knight of Cups reversed is indicating to me that, you know, that you're going to be going on an emotional roller coaster over this a little bit here. You're going to feel up, you're going to feel down, you're going to feel... Your emotions are going to be pretty much all over the place.
You're going to resist this. You probably are not going to really want to believe it happened, or you're not going to want to admit it happened or try to get away from it. You may try beating it like a dead horse. Maybe this is something different, but I feel it is about whatever failed with the tarot, and that may not be a good look for you. You might have to really expect to move away from it and admit things crashed and burned, but it may be really hard for you to do that.
So is that the King of Pentacles?
Queen.
The Queen. So really, it's important for you to take care of yourself now, you know, and you know, and you try to get emotional balance and harmony again. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's the end of something. That's a given, and that's going to show up in the Lenormand here as well. But it's not the end of the world. And, you know, you've got to come to terms with it and move on. And I feel here that Queen is saying, now is not the time to... now is the time, let me put it that way, now is the time to spend, you know, to pamper yourself a little bit and make yourself feel a little bit better again once this is said and done.
So it feels like it is a bad story that once it ends, you're really going to want to just snuggle down with a cup of tea and take care of yourself. Do whatever it is to comfort yourself. I think that's pretty clear. In the Lenormand, we have the key.
Oh, it's really clear it's coming to an end.
And the coffin.
Yeah. So the coffin, the key is ending it, just saying, okay, what's done is done. There's nothing I can do about it. I must move on to something else.
Yeah, there's no more that can be said, really. Whatever this is, if it's personally, emotionally, whatever devastating, I don't think it's a horrible tragedy, but something that really maybe affects you more in your feels and in how you think about it. You really just need to move on and take care of yourself at that point.
Yep.
That's what we have for you.
Okay, Sarah, are you here? We're only giving you a moment. And we apologize. We know this was a rather big disruption, but I looked a couple times for your question and I never found it. And so, at some point I have to focus on the show, so I may have missed it, but I don't know that you posted it. And I have Zach's question, so...
Can I use my Opaline Tides and do that one too?
Well, is that the one you wanted to do for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think we should just begin. If Zara shows up, we can decide then what happens, but I don't think she's gonna, to be honest. And, there's a few people, Zara maybe, who just sometimes bop and say hi, and they miss the question, but they're okay. They'll come back later.
Well, Ari asked if she could be on the list, and I said, yeah, but then nothing. I didn't see a question after that or any comments from her, so.
Nothing personal, Ari, but I hope you have a great night, and I hope we move along. I'm going to use...
Oh, you are there. Well, we'll do you right after Zach, but please write your question.
Yeah, we need a question, otherwise we don't think you're here.
And we're sorry we lost the stream. We don't know what happened, I mean.
You'll be the very next one after this. This one is for grateful. And what was the question?
A general for me. He just wants a general, but wanting to use a deck you don't normally use.
All right, no problem, Sarah. I'm sorry if I'm a little feisty here. We'll get you, don't worry.
Oh, okay, we'll do that. But let's do Zach's first, and we'll get to you.
All right, Zach.
Thank you for coming back.
Thank you. And this is the Opaline Tides Tarot, which I do not normally use for this show ever. So our first card is the Devil reversed.
All right. Boy, that's coming up a bit today.
I know. Next one is Three of Wands reversed. I don't like the reverses. And there's another one. The Four of Pentacles reversed.
Boy. Well, it's not end of the world kind of stuff here at all. But Zach, it may not be as happy as you had hoped. Let me get the Lenormand on this, so maybe we can turn that around. Well, maybe not. The mountains, they haven't been here today, I don't think.
Nope.
But the clover.
Neither that one.
Yeah. All right, that's good news. So, let's take a look at this. The Devil reversed indicates you have to let go of, you're finally free of something in your life that maybe has been restricting your movement or holding you back in some way. And when I say that, it could be a mindset, it could be something inside of you, a belief, a mindset, a habit, something that you're finally willing to let go of because you realize it's been holding you back from moving forward and maybe achieving that Three of Wands is reversed, maybe achieving success in some area of your life.
This is a little bit combination of present attitudes with where you are moving to in the future or where you could be moving to. So I agree with Banshee. I think the Devil is your realization that a lot of times you were your own worst enemy or you did things that held yourself back. And some of that was just because you weren't sure really about what you felt about certain things. But now, or in this near future, you may be able to clarify that for yourself And it's important to do this because you don't want to not take good opportunities that maybe could pass by you. That there are things that maybe you should be aware of, but if you're mired down in other stuff, you might miss them.
And I just want to add, whatever this is you need to release, Zach, or, release yourself from, and you're starting to realize that, it may have been inhibiting you from trying to explore new things and new ideas. It's been making you feel less comfortable about taking risks or, trying something new.
So the final card is kind of a reminder in a way. The Four of Pentacles reversed is saying that as you're moving into this process, and maybe this is a couple weeks or whatever down the line, you will realize that there are some things that aren't going to help you and that you need to give them up. It may be some physical things, but it's more likely to be, your mental attitudes. It may be things about your body and health that you realize you need to work on. Maybe you need to lose a little weight or find a way to exercise more. Whatever it is, you're going to find you just need to make changes that will involve moving to something new.
Yeah, the Four of Pentacles is just about recognizing that maybe whatever mindset, belief, or habit that you felt comfortable in before is really no longer serving you well. And it's time to release it. It's time to let it go. And with the clover and the mountain here, the clover brings luck to this entire reading, right? It changes some of the difficult cards to positive. And so what I think here is really, it's going to be a lot easier for you to let go of this than you think, And the mountains, with the clover and the mountains here, it's saying you will be able to overcome the obstacles that have been holding you back through luck or with ease. It just will be easier than you imagined.
Well, those mountains could be symbolic of the issues to some degree of those other cards.
Yeah,
and so the luck of the clover does transcend to those factors. And maybe it's saying really you're going to just find that you're luckier with these issues you have than you thought, or that luck will come to you in a way to help you clarify and move forward on these things. Because it's really important. And in a way, when we decide to release things from our life, it really is a lot easier than we think. So much of our ego is tied up in holding on to things that ultimately don't really help us or give value to us. They only devalue us. So this is really saying you're going to find that it was a good move to do this.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Zach.
And we are on Sarah. General read. I'll get a deck. All right. Well, this has been coming up a lot today. The Ace of Wands is back.
Nice.
But the Page of Wands is reversed. And the Eight of Pentacles is reversed. Boo-hoo. All right. What you got? I like this deck, but I'm going to give it a rest soon, I think.
The Crossroads.
Okay.
And the Anchor. Well, we hope so too, then.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's really, like I said, end of the world kind of stuff, but something new that maybe you were hoping to begin, whether it's a new job or a new relationship or something in your life, there may be some bad news, or there may be some delays, with the Page of Wands reversed. The Ace of Wands is upright, but the Page of Wands is reversed. And it's almost as if there's something that may block it from getting off to the start you wanted to have happen.
Sometimes the Ace of Wands can represent news itself that you might hear. It might be news about enterprise or networking, but it represents new beginnings. So news about something new, or it is that new beginning itself. And I agree with Banshee that the other news or the message that could be saying there's a delay here, there's maybe a sense that something else still needs to happen. I almost feel like this news could be a little bit larger than yourself, and that somebody else also needs to be aware of this news before anything really devolves from it. I'm not sure how I can explain that. It just sort of feels like it's a message that's more for someone else as well as you.
The Eight of Pentacles could indicate reverse, that more work needs to be done in order to set things right. I mean, if you still want to pursue this path or this new beginning that may prop up for you, you're going to have to do some further planning or work or thinking about it in order to get it on track. So you're going to have a decision to make. I really want to go into the Lenormand right after that Eight of Pentacles here, because I feel here you're going to be at a crossroads, and you're going to feel, you just said you feel stuck. And when I look at the anchor and the crossroads, it's almost like you are stuck at the crossroads. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe you need to stay there a while to truly figure out what's the right direction to go in now. Should you continue to pursue something that maybe, is having difficulties getting off the ground, or you're having difficulties getting it done? Or should you move on to something else?
I like what you said about the Eight of Pentacles, and I also feel that when it's reversed, it could indicate that maybe there's a flaw or something that's not being followed correctly or as well in terms of planning or use of skills or knowledge. And so this could be saying that maybe one thing is being forgotten, or something is not exactly working as well with the rest of the things that are working on the problem. Sometimes the Eight of Pentacles talks about the skills or knowledge or things we possess that we can use to complete a task or do that. When it's reversed, I'm suggesting that maybe we're omitting something, or we haven't realized something about that process.
Yeah.
So I'll do the Lenormand real quickly then, too.
Please.
And just say that, yeah, it could be that, you're holding on, waiting for something else to indicate that it's time to move in a way, but that's that stuck feeling that I guess we're all talking about here. It could also be saying, too, in my opinion, when I think about the Eight of Pentacles, that this could still be a time for you to reevaluate things you might have omitted or sidestepped, and see if bringing them back in makes any changes at all. I'm not sure if that really talks about, what you're looking for, but that's what I'm feeling there.
Yeah, and it's really interesting what you said there. Maybe that is part of the problem. You're constantly being stuck at a crossroads, thinking, ruminating, and going over stuff, and not having, the ability to move past that. And that could be maybe why you can't get this thing off the ground. And, sometimes things have a deadline, right? You have to act, and if you don't act, you miss an opportunity. And so I think here you have to decide for yourself. Do you need to give things more thought, or do you need to finally make a decision and run with it and see where it takes you? Sometimes we just have to have the confidence to do that.
The Ace of Wands really does talk about that potential for that new beginning. And I'm looking at that wand standing there, and I'm saying, you stick a few signposts on it, and it's a crossroads too. So I think it's an additional reminder to you to not take too long, and to realize that some opportunities are, like Banshee said, more time activated, and you just have to try to push yourself once in a while to complete those.
So good luck with that. And that's our show. We're going to cut out pretty quickly here because we're into overtime. Yeah. But we want to thank everybody for their patience and understanding about things that seem to be beyond our control. And we hope to see you here on Saturday for our happy hour show, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So take care. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.